Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Michael King. Back again with another analysis video. So, this I'm going to analyzing the GBPUSD, and I'll first start with the monthly time frame. And as you can see on the monthly time frame, it is a bearish market. But that being said, I just want to point out what happened to GBPUSD last week. So, if you look at what price did actually, we have this strong aggressive move to the upside. Then price is coming down back. So we ended last week with a bearish candle. But however, I'm supporting the idea of price rising further. And this bearish candle that we have right here is a kind of pullback. And you understand better by the time I get down to this time frame and also the daily time frame, the 1 hour time frame. But in the meantime, let's first start with the monthly time frame. Now the monthly time frame is a bearish market because of the fact that we have a series of lower high and lower low. So that is what exactly make the GBPUSD the monthly time frame a bearish market. You can see this low right here, which was a lower low. It was violated at this point. We had a lower low right here. It was violated. A lower low right here. Violated right here. We had a break. Price broke it. The fact that the lows are being violated shows that what we are having right here is what? A bearish market. Now that being said, I'm going to zoom the chart a little bit because I'm concerned. My major concern is on this area. What is happening currently, like within the past 6-7 months or thereabout? What is happening? So if you look at what is happening right now, we had a fair value gap right here because after price broke this level, one thing you have to understand is that after a kind of move to the downside, you can see this aggressive move to the downside, price will want to do a little bit of retracement, and when price is retracing, most times it's heading to fair value gaps or other blocks. I know that some of you guys might not really be familiar with ICT concepts, but what I'll just say is that fair value gap is simply this kind of in between gaps between this candle. You can see you also have one here. The low of this candle does not connect with the high of this candle. And what do you see? Price traded into it, and we had this kind of retracement to the downside. But I am supporting the idea that price is going to rise back up because of the fact that price haven't traded to this fair value gap right here. One thing that price tends to do before price start heading, like continue the downward pattern, is price tends to first go all the way up, clear all fair value gaps. In most cases, not all the time, it happens to go all the way up, clear all fair value gaps, or sometimes it happens to trade into an order block. So when price is in those other blocks or the fair value gap is a confluence between the order block and fair value gap, it's a kind of good area to know, okay, fine, the continuation pattern will continue. So now that being said, I want to see price rise to this area right here, and I'm just going to mark out the area so that we can, or maybe I should just use the gray area, or no, let me use lines, because lines is more better. By the time we go to the smaller time frame, we're able to see it clearly. So the low of the fair value gap is at 1.31666, and let me use a color that is quite noticeable. So maybe I should use the color blue. Yes, perfect. So this is the fair value gap right here. Let me do the chart very well so you see it clearly. You can see that we had this move, but if you look closely, realize that this candle right here did not trade into the other block. I mean the fair value gap. Price did not trade into it yet, so it means it's still valid. We're still looking at price to trade into that area sometime in the future. But one thing I want to let you guys know is that you don't expect price to trade into it this month. Yes, but this is why we are looking at this, because of the fact that we are trying to paint an idea. Because for any decision you are going to make, whether you want to buy or whether you want to sell, there has to be some kind of story attached to it. That is, there should be a reason why you're hitting that buy button. There should be a reason why you're hitting that sell button. There should be a story behind whatever action you want to take as a forex trader. It is key, you understand? Because if you're trying to trade without any narratives or without any story behind that action, it simply means that what you are doing is you are gambling, you understand? And as a forex trader, you don't gamble. You trade patterns. You trade a kind of a story. Yeah, there must be a story for the action that you are making. So that being said, this is a other block right here. Let me use the color red so you can distinguish between the fair value gaps lines and the other block line. So another confluence of why I feel price wants to trade into fair value gap sometime in the future, for the fact that we have other block here. At least this bullish candle before this 1, 2, 3, 4, this aggressive bearish candles. This the starting point at this bullish candle is what I call an order block. You understand? Of course, if you go to the YouTube, like check other videos, you might really see some kind of mixed up ideas of what an order block is. But to me personally, I just kind of feel that okay, anytime I have this kind of aggressive move and I have this opposite candle right here, I see that as an order block. Sometimes it might not be only one bullish candle, sometimes it can be like three. That one is not a problem. I still see the three of them as was an order block, right? So that being said, the fact that we have a favorite low gap right here and we have an order block right here is a kind of confluence, that is a kind of possibility, that is something to give us that bias that there's a high probability of price trading into this area. That is high probability of price going what to the upside. But now if we're looking at the upside, we have to also look at the kind of possible story if price does not go higher and instead price starts heading lower. We should also have an alternative, that is a possible idea of okay, if price starts okay, it wants to go lower, where is it heading to? You understand? So the first thing I'll point out first is this favorite low gap right here on the monthly time frame, because we're still on the monthly time frame, and the upper line is at 1.25001. And I like the idea of using MT5. I haven't said this before because I know that some of you guys might be curious. We have trading view and most traders are using the trading view for analysis, but I will say this, just my personal opinion, I'm more comfortable with the MT5. Trading view is somehow complex for me and I don't like to complicate things. I like to keep things very simple. So I'm kind of very flexible with the MT5. I'm very familiar with it. I know the settings and things I should work on for my analysis. So I did not see the need to switch to trading view actually. But if sometime in the future I can see a reason or two for me to switch to trading view, I will go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm sticking with the MT5. Now that being said, I've marked, okay, let me use the color blue. Let's use the color blue for our favorite low gap below current price level. So I will change the color right now, blue. Then let's also change the lower line also to color blue. Now I think at this moment we are done with the monthly time frame. So when you're trying to do a top-down analysis, you use the monthly time frame to find areas that price might want to draw towards. You understand? That is the main key of the monthly time frame, to look at in the long run where is price heading to. That is what you should be looking out for on the monthly time frame. Then you will come down to the weekly time frame for what? So for the fact that you want to see that bias that you have in the monthly time frame, you want to refine that. You want to see it a little bit smaller, a kind of broken down, to see okay, if there's some steps I should also take note of. That is where the weekly time frame comes into play. So now, since if you look at the story that I'm trying to tell you guys right now, we have a possible idea of price trading into this area right here. We also have another idea of price trading into this area right here. So it means we should create a kind of possible story of in the next 2, 3, 4, or 5 months where do you think price is likely to head towards. But for now, since we are having favorite low gap right here, I'm kind of buying the idea of price rising here first. Initially, if you are watching my previous video, I had the idea of price keep coming down to this point first before price heading here. But if you look at what happened on the daily time frame, of course we are going to go back to daily time frame very soon. Realize that we had a break of this high right here, and I said that I don't expect price to break above that high. And since price break above that high, as a forex trader, you must be very flexible. So the fact that price broke above that high, I switched my bias and see okay, fine, there's a possibility of price heading to this high first. If price will want to head to this low, there's something I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm coming there. I'm going to give you guys something to look out for, and if price to head to that point, it means looks like price wants to head to this low first before it's head for this high. Now that being said, let's quickly look at the weekly time frame to see what is happening, like a kind of refined monthly time frame, because it's going to be broken down a little bit. Now looking at a monthly time frame, the weekly time frame right here. This favorite low gap is the one on the monthly time frame. Then this one right here is the one on the monthly time frame, also the lower favorite low gap. But I'm going to zoom the chart a little bit because I see the idea of we having a kind of bigger picture right here. I want you guys to see it clearly. Now let me point out something when it comes to order block. Okay, when I want to put an order block, I don't look at the week. For example, look at this order block right here. I used to look at the body. I was once looking at the week actually, but based on my back testing, I checked my edge over the market and I realized that I should work more with the body instead of the wick. And I think I made a mistake. Let me check the monthly time frame. Yeah, I made a mistake on the other block. So let me quickly correct that. So I'm going to adjust this right here. Going to adjust it a little bit to the body. Alright, perfect. I've done that. So that is my other block. Looking at the body, I want to see price touch the body, not just the wick. That is when I will conclude that price have traded into the other block. So let me zoom the chart back again and let's look at the weekly time frame. Now the weekly time frame now, I'm buying the idea of price. First of all, let me decrease chart a little bit. This area is the fair value gap for the monthly time frame. Likewise, this area right here. And let me zoom it back. So I'm buying the idea of price trading into these points right here first. Even though we ended last week with a bearish candle, I still have the idea I still feel price might want to rise toward this point. However, if I'm going along with that story, I'm going to show you guys something. Let me zoom chart once more. Now, what do you see right here? This is an order block. And remember what I said, I don't look at the wick, I look at the body. So I'm going to draw it like this. I'm going to draw a line on the body. Let's use the color of red because it appears we have been using red as order block. So let me just work with that. So the open price of the candle is at 1.26740. That's what the open price is at, and I've modified it here. So now it means this week I want to see price trade low to this order block, then reversal to the upside. Now if price wants to head to this area right here, I'm going to tell you guys what you are expected to first see to go along with that story. I must first see price trade below this candle. So the low of this candle is right at this point. Maybe let's take it to the level so that when we go to the smaller time frame, you might see it. Let me use the color black for a low actually. So it's at 1.25994. So now one thing I want you to understand is that I support the idea of price heading higher, but if price go below this low, I will switch my bias and think that okay fine, this other block does not want to hold price, and hence price will want to trade low to this value gap right here. So that is my story looking at the weekly time frame. Now this same other block might be refined by the time I look at the daily time frame. So let's really look at the daily time frame. Now this is the daily time frame right here. And yes, if you can remember, I said earlier that I was looking at the idea of price trading to this value gap first before heading for the one that is higher. But I said something in those videos, I think that was like last 2 weeks or thereabout. I said I don't expect price to trade above this high right here. But look at what happened, price traded above it, and hence I switched my bias and I look at okay, there's a possibility of price heading higher to that fair value gap first before this one right here. Now let's zoom a little bit from the weekly time frame. This is the weekly order block line right here. Then this is the low I said that price must not head lower. And if you look at the daily time frame, what can you see? We likewise have what? An order block right there. We had 3 candles. So this high, that is the open price right here, can be an area that I want to see price trading to. But I would like the idea of price trading into the weekly order block. I will not prioritize the daily order block. See, let me tell you guys something. Anytime you have like let's say 2 or 3 order block in a particular area, for example, this is an area right here, and you realize that on the weekly time frame you have an order block. If you look at the daily time frame right now, as you can see, we have an order block, and it's possible that if you go to the 4-hour time frame set, you might still also have a order block. So when you're having something like this, you have to work with the bigger time frame. You understand? So this red line right here is from the bigger time frame. So it means I'm going to work more on it. You understand? I'm going to focus more on the weekly order block. And this is from the body of the candle, that is the open price right here. Then this black line is the area I said that price must not head below. That is, price can run all the way down, but I do not expect price to go below it. Then price will start heading higher. So now from that story, looking at the daily time frame, I think you see the same narrative. I have another block right here. So we're still working with the weekly mindset. Now let's now come to the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. Now let's start with the 4-hour time frame. What can you see here? you can see that price is heading gradually towards the other block. If you come to the 1 hour time frame now, look at something right here. Okay, let me decrease this a little bit. We have this low right here, this higher low that led to this higher high. But as you can see, what the price did, price head down and broke the low right here, as you can see. So the moment price broke this low, it means automatically on the smaller time frame, that is the 1 hour time frame, we're having what, a downtrend. Now, anytime having a downtrend on the smaller time frame is because of the fact that overall is an uptrend, but is making a kind of retracement to a particular area. So now, where is price retracing to is what, this other block on the weekly time frame. Now, to confirm the bias that this other block is going to push price higher to the fair value gap above price level, you have to be very patient. You can keep selling though before price gets to this point, but when price gets to this point right here, you're expected to move to the sideline and observe. Now, when price gets to this red line, what I'm looking for is a break of structure to what, to the upside. Now, what we have here right now, this low, price broke this low right here. It means it was a break of structure to what, to the downside. So the kind of story that happened right here, I want to also see when price trade to this level right here. I want to see price head higher. For example, let's assume that this high right here is the only high that price maintained, and price was like ran all the way down here. It simply means that we want to see price trade above this high first. So the moment price trade above this high, automatically we have had what, a break of structure. Then you can enter depending on the strategy that you have or strategy that is to approach the forex market. So you want to see a break of structure around this area right here. That'll be a valid reason to go with the story that price is likely to rise to the value gap above the current price level. Now, that being said, that is basically all for this week analysis. If you do enjoy, hit that like button, share to your friends, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.